Hello, YouTube. It's Prodigious. Yes, I'm still alive and I'm still kicking. Uh, I want to first apologize for the severe lack of content on my channel. Just life has gotten in the way. So, short little explanation. I was promised a certain position at my job, and that fell through due to management. Certain positions of people's job titles getting eliminated like months and months and months ago, like 6 to 8 months ago, due to tariff stuff going on. I work at a warehouse where they manufacture and ship stuff. I'm not going to really say much more than that, but basically the person that promised me a certain lead position, his position himself got eliminated, and the new guy that took over decided to not follow through with the plan of me taking over as a team lead for a certain area. And the person that took over was out to get me for just being there. So I had to go ahead and try and look for a new place to work. Now, I'm still with the same company, just at a different warehouse at my old position. Because apparently they decided to move where I used to work at to a whole other warehouse. So now I've been having to deal with, let's see, how's that old saying? Better deal with the devil you know than the devil you don't. That's basically what happened with me. I had to go ahead and go back and deal with the asshole lead that I had to deal with over there. And that was also during a time of where at the new warehouse that we had moved to, it was very hot, very uncomfortable, and yeah, just a lot of adjustments to be made. Not to mention another big life event that happened. I know in my previous videos I've discussed how I'm here with my wife, and I kept on calling her my wife, but we never actually officially got married. Well, as of October, we finally got married because I didn't want to have it get put off for like another year. So between just a mixture of different things like work, at one point in time I did kind of get burnt out on Digimon. There was just too many decks that were just doing the whole I get to play something big and rush strategy, mainly the likes of Megidramon and the Rush Guiamon, and the new Omnimon X Antibody. Sukuyamon was running rampant with its Valda Arm stuff. And I know since I've been gone, they've done a ban restriction list that kind of nipped it just a little tiny bit, but not really. So yeah, I've just come on a extended break from Digimon. I meant to take a short break, but it became a much longer break than I initially anticipated. And on top of that, to be completely honest, with the last couple of set releases, I have not really been big into what I saw in the booster sets, so I've been mainly buying singles. That's another reason why you don't really see me doing any more booster box openings as of late. So between having to kind of cut back on expenditures like that, and life being busy, and actually getting finally married, so yeah, it's been kind of busy. But not only am I here to announce me coming back to making content again, I want to go ahead and make this video about two things. One, I have finally got my hands on some Gundam card game, and I've only played like maybe one or two games of it, but I've more or less have managed to throw myself together and build a deck that I like. And here in a moment I'll actually break it down and actually go over what this deck is. But also, while I'm here giving this quick little update on my situation and slash my return to making content, let's go ahead and have a little mini opening video. I've managed to get my grubby little hands, thanks to the wife, on some packs of Dual Impact. This is the second Gundam set. Managed to get these at good old Wally World. Because, yeah, all the places out here, all the card shops, and there's like 3 or 4 of them. Most of them are the same chain, but there's a couple of oddballs here and there. All of them are like scalping the hell out of the prices of this game. I'm not going to chalk up like 170 to 200 bucks for a booster box. I'm not paying like $7 to $10 for a pack. No, that's not happening. So I will rather just buy singles of this stuff online, or I will buy just a few packs whenever I come across them at the likes of some place like Walmart or Target. And I recommend you do the same. Do not give in to these scalper prices, because it is just ridiculous. But anyway, let's go ahead and see if I can't get a couple of these opened and see what's going on. But yeah, like I said, I have tried to get my hands on the Gundam card game for quite a while. I managed to finally get a couple of starter decks for me and a couple of buddies. We haven't actually gotten together to play that much due to, again, my life just being very hectic lately in the heat. But now it's starting to get cold, so now I can survive. All right. So let's go ahead and open up this pack here and see what we get. Whitney will not be joining me on opening these here. Okay, let's see. So we got Shuji's Hideout. Gifran, I think that's from, what, Gundam Age? Barbato's third form. I know in this set we now get the purple stuff. Rick Diaz. Gundam Airmaster Fighter Mode. Okay. Grays. Heart Set on Revenge. Sisterly Care. Yeah, she was from Iron-Blooded Orphans, I believe. And don't know that guy off the top of my head. I do like Gundam, but I'll be honest with you, if it's Gundam Universal Century, I don't care for it. If it's any other series and universe of Gundam, I love it. Or not love it, but I can get into it a little better. Let's just put it that way. Gundam Age Spalo. Carta Grays. And a resource card. So I take it there was no big hits on that one. I don't even know what would be the big hits other than it just saying like LR or having some sort of fantastic art on it. But yeah, that's basically what's been up with me. I've gotten my hands on Gundam. I've been looking to try and get my hands on the first set, because that mainly had the stuff that I know I really was interested in. But my wife was at the store, and I had her to look around at the card stuff and see what she sees. If she saw Gundam, to go ahead and let me know and grab what she can. Because Gundam is just harder to come by. And she found them, so this is why I got them now. Alright, we got Gilos. And also, I apologize if my camera's not in the best setup right now, because my camera arm that I usually set this up on a table to do it with is broken. So I had to kind of Frankenstein another camera holder along with the part that did break to try and get something going here to actually even record. Ooh, Gundam Age Titus. That's cool. I could see myself building a green deck with that. Oh, God. You know, personal opinion. I know the Gundam Gyuku, whatever you want to call it, is the newest Gundam series. And I know it's done by the same guy that designed the Evangelion, but just when it comes to the Gundam designs, that's all I can just say. There's Air Master again. This time it's full-on mobile suit form. The one looks a lot stronger. Okay, and there's our rare. What's her face? I know she's from, what was it, Gundam X, I think? I could be wrong. I didn't actually watch the series, I just know of it. And ooh, we got a LR. We got a Gundam Barbotos 4 form. So that's cool. I already know I'm slightly interested in the purple stuff. Ooh, and a Epion resource card. That's cool. Alright. But yeah, I just refuse to pay scalper prices. Now, in other news, besides the Gundam Hunt, I am planning on making some more content for Digimon. I haven't given up on Digimon. This channel will always mainly be something that is for Digimon as long as Digimon is still around. Even though I think the power creep got pretty bad there for a while, but we seem to have gotten into a bit of a lull on that, at least for now, so not too bad. But yeah, what I'm going to be doing here soon is I'm actually going to have like a little mini tournament featuring a lot of my own decks and my own builds going up against each other, since I can't really find people out here to play with on a regular basis, mainly because they all play during the work week when I'm at work, and there ain't no way in heck I feel like going to play cards like 2 to 3, 4 hours after my shift, and I'm already dead tired from the workday and want to go home. So yeah, so I'll just continue to make content and gameplay through other means. With that being said, I will still keep my thumb on the pulse of what can be considered competitive. But I believe strongly now I found myself just saying that I'm more of a casual when it comes to the Gundam card game. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think the Gundam card game, not Gundam, the Digimon card game, at this point, as popular as it might be, it's still nowhere near as popular as the other Bandai card game IPs, and that's why a lot of them are more expensive, and that's why their aftermarket price is so ridiculous. It's a double-edged sword in that way. But yeah, it's going to be more of a niche within a niche type of deal. And even though I would like to be at least somewhat competitive, I'm mainly going to be casual. That does not mean I will not build myself and feature some competitive, strong decks in my videos. So, but you all can let me know in the comments down below. Do you prefer competitive? Do you prefer casual? Or maybe a strange mixture of both? All I know is that's the kind of decision I've come down to, is I just prefer more of a casual setting. Alright, there's another purple card, rare, featuring the Gundam X stuff, I believe. And then whatever that fugly looking thing is. I don't know, maybe that's kind of fugly looking. But yes, basically here soon I'm going to have like a giant random wheel roulette type of thing that I found online with a bunch of my various decks that I have built and I've kept updated. Like, I have been buying singles. Matter of fact, I'm still waiting on a couple singles to show up in the mail for a couple other decks for Digimon. And yeah, at the moment, I think when I last looked, my database shows that I have at least almost 50 decks that I have built out of just building, and I'm going to use them all in this upcoming little mini tournament. My little mini tournament will be just like an actual tournament when you play for real. It's going to be based off of 2 rounds, not just single best of one type of deal. It's not going to be that. It's going to be an actual like 2 out of 3, like you would if you was actually playing an actual tournament. And it'll be kind of a nice little way to just see like where certain decks stand at, both in a competitive sense but also in a fun sense. Turning point of history. Yeah, Mr. I'm Too Cool. I think Gundam Age was okay, but it definitely was kind of a weird series too. That's kind of cool looking. That's definitely the Gundam X series. And then I don't recognize that one. Ugh, that is fugly. Fugly. Alright, let's see. Last pack. So, just to kind of reiterate, life has been hectic, life has been busy, work went to shit, was overwhelmed, was burnt out, took a break from Digimon. The break from Digimon ended up becoming way longer than I intended. I am back, and I also have Gundam. So now I'll start trying to have some Gundam on my channel, although it probably won't be as frequent as Digimon, especially with the lack of actual gameplay that's out here still for any of the big 3-card games, mainly Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, and Pokemon. And even the Digimon turnout out here is not that great, but I will still feature Digimon on my channel because that's the thing I have a passion for. But yes, on occasion I will go over Gundam stuff when I can get my hands on it, or if I feel like sharing something. So, ooh, she's kind of a cutie. There's your waifus. Another waifu. Ah, Calamity Gundam. Okay, I take it back. I think this set will have at least something I might be interested in. Like, I wouldn't mind building the Earth Alliance stuff from Seed, and I am kind of curious about playing with the purple stuff, because I think even in Digimon I'm kind of a purple player. There's Gundam Age Spallow. And ooh, we got Gundam X. So there's our big one for the purple deck. What has he got? He's got Suppression 2. Damage to shields by attack is dealt to the first 2 cards simultaneously. Ooh, nice. During your turn, while there are 7 or more cards in your trash, all of your other Vulture units get AP plus 2. Ooh. So, yeah, sort of like Digimon. You have ever so many cards in trash, and you get a boost to your attack. So that's not bad at all. There's an EX base. And okay, so there's that. So okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I guess I'll have to see about just getting on line and looking up to buy some singles for the other cards I might want to get out of that set. But now, moving on really quickly, since we're making this kind of a double/triple feature in this video, how about I go over what I do have currently as my main to-go-to version of a Gundam deck. So, big spoiler, basically I really like the Seed series. Yes, that does include Seed Destiny. I know the storyline got really screwed over, but I mean, hey, most of the time we watch Gundam not so much for the storyline, but for the Gundams, right? Anyway, so here's my current Gundam deck. Let's see, I just recently added him to here. This is going to be mainly white-red. Pardon. And for the most part, this is 2 of the Seed starter decks. slapped together with a couple of singles tossed in that I managed to get through buying singles and trading with people. Now, I don't know anything about the actual proper way to deck build for this, for this card game, because unlike Digimon, where I could actually figure out like good ratios, I'm not so sure about ratios for certain levels and costs of cards. So if anybody out there has any idea, by all means leave some tips down below, because I'm just kind of winging it. But yeah, I believe in this deck I'm basically running like a 3-3 split of both freedom and justice, because love me the freedom and love me the justice. Now, Battle of Aces, yeah, I know a lot of people are already doing deck profiles saying they combine like the white of seed stuff with like, say, blue. And I'm sure that is a good deck, especially for the blocker half. But in what few games I have played, although I admit it's only been 2 so far, this, yeah, very good card. Just a freaking command card that can just deal damage. Yeah, I'm not really breaking this down like I said I would. I normally would try and break it down a little bit better, but with my camera setup not being the best at the moment, I just figure we'll just do it this way at the moment. But yeah, it's been a long time since we actually did this old school with the actual physical cards. Maybe when I get around to doing my little Digimon tournament, I might mix it up and do a couple of videos of it via DCGO and a couple of videos of it with the actual cards in real life gameplay. Let me all know down below if you would like one or the other. But yeah, I'm just kind of winging it when it comes to the ratios on this. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm only running like a couple of cards you can even play at a cost of 2, but you have to be at least level 2 or 3 to play. So I don't know. Like I said, the whole resource cost level system thing is a little harder to break down in terms of your ratios for this stuff. So I'm not sure. Anyway, so that has been it. That's my little video for now. Just kind of letting y'all know that I'm still here. I'm still going to mainly do Digimon. I will occasionally feature some Gundam. And life has just been crazy and hectic. A break was supposed to be just a little bit of a break, so that way I could, think about other things and just think about stuff in general. And then work life got crazy. Then I got distracted. I even found myself going back and playing another old time online game for a while in my spare time, just to kind of do something different. You may have heard of Destiny 2. I've gotten on there and played that. So yeah, just a lot of things have been crazy lately. And like I said, finally got married for real. Instead of just calling her my wife, I finally decided to make it official. Anyway, this has been Prodigious, and I hope you look forward to watching more content from me, because I do plan on doing more. And I deeply apologize for the lack of content on my channel. Hope to fix that going forward. Anyway, that has been it, and I will see you next time.